Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Okay. Okay. Hi
Yeah.
everybody. This is
Hey.
the
Hello.
this is how we made UFO by BriJon X Dru. Okay.
Yes.
So let's get into a little bit of the story, right? Okay.
There's a story.
There is a story actually. I don't Okay, so basically I've had the beat to UFO since March or April of this year, and it was just sitting, collecting dust, right? And then I made a verse. And I was like, okay, okay. And the first verse that
Mm-hmm.
I made ended up that's the first verse that's on the song. I think the only thing that changed was like I said you're nothing like the other people, and then it changed to you're nothing like these other people.
To another level. You're nothing like the other people. Not arrogant with the big ego. Where did you come from and how do I go with you?
That's like the only thing that changed. And then I showed it to you two, Jojo and Drew.
Yeah. And nobody listened.
And what was y'all's like first reaction? Like what when y'all heard the beat? What was y'all's first reaction? Like what was it giving to y'all?
It was
It
giving
was,
like I want to be on drugs extended. Yeah, that's what it
yeah.
gave.
Like, I interpret
Huh?
it as, like,
Yeah, that's what it gave.
there
It
is no
gave the I
perfect
want to
man,
be in
but the
my
perfect,
bed.
like, person for me is that ganja purr. So I'm going high into the sky. Like, they can't bring us down. We're too high. Yeah.
Yeah, it just gave
And it gave, like,
like kick.
euphoria. Like, I've
Yeah.
been popping bottles. Yo.
Oh my god.
I've been popping bottles.
Yeah.
Okay. We all collaborated on this. When I showed them the beat, I don't that was like a very special moment. It's a moment in like I guess when you work congruently with people in with anything creative, having people bounce off of the wall. Like I remember like that. I mean, I wish I recorded it, but that night when we were all like, JoJo said, "Oh, we should do this." Drew went off for
Yeah.
a little bit, and she recorded her a little bit, and it was all like very like collaborative, and
Mhm.
so I was like, "This is tea." I definitely see the potential. Anyways, okay, the
I
first
saw
thing
potential. It was going to get scrapped originally.
it was gonna get scrapped
And I
originally.
was like,
Not
girl, I was listening to this one. You're like, which one? I
Yeah,
was like, this
I thought it
one.
was like too good to get scrapped. Like it just didn't
Yeah, I
get
was like,
scrapped.
no, this is heat. Like, I can write a little something. If you don't write a little something.
I
You're like, you
that's
know
how
what?
it
Let's
started
go.
because I just
And
showed
that's
it to
magic.
them, and everybody was like, wait a minute, let me see what I can do on
Let
this
me draw
because
the boat. Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
draw it about, let me
Because
draw it
Loki, when
about.
I heard it, I was kind of confused, like why or like how you were kind of stumped on it. Because I was like, oh, gee, like I feel so much potential in this. I
Right.
was
It
kind
was
of
just
like,
like,
dang.
the
I was
progression
stumped.
was natural.
I couldn't get the most difficult part for me was the chorus. I just could not get that chorus
Mm-hmm.
for some reason.
And girl, and what? Me and Drew got through that in like 5 minutes. Like,
And
yeah.
y'all, let me tell you something. That chorus, Drew wrote the chorus. That chorus eats. Oh, it eats. 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 Okay, so this is how the chorus.
That's the concept.
Okay, so Drew was the one that came up with the melody. What was in your mind when you were coming up with the melody? Because you wrote the chorus, like the melody, the lyrics. What was in your mind?
I'm not, it literally was nothing. I just started, when I tell you, I just started singing it and it like just came. Because I feel like with certain things, I either have it or I don't. Like I'm a very, I go all based on whims. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if anybody ever plays The Sims, but it's like you can either do the whim for the sim or you don't. But like
Okay.
that's kind of how I do my life. Like I don't necessarily, I go with the flow. So I would
Mm-hmm.
say as soon as I heard it, like it was just fly into the night. Like literally, it just came out. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like I kind of, something in me, I kind of listened to the beat and I kind of just sing the words according to it. But I would say it was just a very symbiotic process. It flowed very easy. And I didn't use no rhyme zone or nothing because I'm usually on rhyme zone. But
I love a rhyme zone. Oh, I love a rhyme zone.
right,
I love a rhyme
right,
zone. When in doubt, go to rhyme zone.
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the lyrics, right? Okay, so the lyrics you wrote were just want to fly into the night, your love just shines right through. I'm meant to be with you. So have you ever been in a situation where you were just like, "Ooh, I want to fly." Was there a situation that made you feel like, "Ooh, yes, like I just want to fly through the," like were you pulling from anything personal?
Nope.
No.
I literally had no
Not at all.
experience.
No.
Me trying to make this
Like
beat,
some of yup, right? I would say I feel like I could only write songs that I just can't relate to. And that's how it's so weird, but if I can't relate to it or I've never experienced it, yeah, I could write about it.
I
Like
definitely.
Cloud, if we go back to that, never experienced that. Tomodachi Life, well, who's experienced that for real? Well, you wrote that, but
Okay, I can talk about Tomodachi Life. I think okay, so with Tomodachi Life,
yeah.
I was pulling a lot from like because I that was like in the middle. No, that was like in the beginning of my senior year of high school, and like I was in a place in my life where I was like, I have to make really big decisions. I have to think about where I want to go to college, what I want to do. I got to think about all of that. And Tomodachi Life was more like being okay with making big decisions, like changing my hair, dress how I want to, coming into my own. That's where. So I relate to Tomodachi Life. I relate to it.
Yes.
I feel like we all, in a little bit, can relate to like maybe being in a point in our lives at one point or another where it's like, I want to be able to like, ooh, maybe I want to change my style, like feeling comfortable with experimenting and living. You know what I mean?
100%.
With this song though, I definitely feel like, and Jojo, I want to get your opinion. I definitely feel like in terms of how I relate to the song, I don't know that I've ever gone through anything quite like what we were singing about. Have you ever gone through anything like where it's like, oh, I want to be with you, like this pull of like, ooh, like I need that. Like, have you ever needed that?
Yes, I have needed that.
You've needed that.
I did, yeah, quite a few times. But no, it's just that it's that text, but like I want this person, I need this person, I have to go out for this person. It's a little cliche, but it's always gonna hit good.
The way that this is actually clocking my tea of what's like going on. Yeah, this is kind of.
And I feel like it's easier to draw on things that I want to experience rather than already have.
True.
I feel like who wouldn't want to experience that type of love, you know?
Exactly, and like UFO really did was like because all day everyday thing. It's like yeah, I'm fucking with the song, but also like the message is so clear. And boom shakalaka, we got it.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
Let me see what other parts of the song should we talk about. I wanna skip to my favorite part of the song. Dru also wrote this. You If Only is definitely the pussy part of the song. That's like such a good part of the song. This is the pussy part of the song. I'm gonna get into these harmonies. Let me get into these harmonies. Hold on. Dru originally recorded. You did like You If Only, then you recorded You If Only, and then one of the changes because towards the end, I was making a lot of like I don't want to say random changes, but I was just like, ooh, we should make this louder. We should make this not as loud, whatever. I added a lower you. How does it sound? It goes you if I was getting into my like bass baritone bag for sure. Like you.
Well, yeah.
I was stealing JoJo's job actually. I was stealing JoJo's job.
Because it was just like so snappy.
JoJo wrote you crash landed into my heart and soul. Bring us into how you came up with that part of the song. Bring us into that.
It just like kind of snapped. It felt there because we've written and had songs where it's like the little jumpy K-pop-esque like rapping. The melody came about, and then like this little small nods and references to like personal stuff between us, like the caught him to my Uber. I don't want to forget with the whole thing. Like yeah,
So true.
it's like it's something cute, something fun, kind of touching back to like us. So we'll get it. It'll be different for us, but like it's just a little snap hit for everybody else.
Right, because we're orbits over here. everybody's an orbit, right?
Yeah, I'm on camera.
Dru, are you an
Oh,
orbit?
I'm an
Oh, never
orbit by
mind.
association.
Never mind.
We're gonna
Never
cut this
mind.
part out. Yeah.
Never mind. Whatever. I think another cool part
Yeah.
of the song I want to touch on is the beginning. Okay, the beginning of the song starts out with like it's very faint. It was louder at some point when we were making the song, but the little basically it's a clip reversed of our friend Summer. And she's like the alien, basically. She's the alien. Let me see if I can go in and I'm reverse this. This is like so awkward that like y'all can't even hear what I'm playing for them for these bitches. But hold on, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I'm okay.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it sounds
It's
so
okay.
Yes, I love it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
good.
love it. Okay, wait. Reverse region. I think if I make it. Okay. This is a clip from the clip I used of the little like of the little alien sound is of Summer when she was talking about breaking like but no, breaking stigmas. She's saying like I kind of see prayer as manifesting, and then I reversed it, and so she's the little alien voice.
In a way, I can see prayer as like manifesting. You know what I mean? You can either see it as manifesting or you can see it as prayer.
So, when I knew, like, because after I wrote the chorus, I knew one of my biggest pet peeves of songs is like when a artist has the song title, but the song title is not in the song. So I was
Really?
just like, we have to, yes, like, I don't know why. Like, maybe it's just something about me, but I just need it in the song.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I feel like we need to add UFO somewhere.
Because it
So I was
wasn't
like,
in the
how
lyrics so
exactly
far.
can I, yeah, exactly. So I was like, how can I make UFO a sentence? I was like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously you. And I was like, how do you exactly say F? So I was like, maybe if?
Okay.
And then I was just like, okay, what should I do after that? I was like, there's not many things that you could do, so I guess only.
Right.
And then really from there, I was just like, you if only. And
Right.
then that's where my rhyme zone skills came in. Still didn't use rhyme zone, but obviously rhyming. I was like, what rhymes with O? Lonely, yes. Don't leave
Okay.
me lonely.
Don't leave me
And then that
lonely.
was really it. Right.
That's like one of my
And then
favorite
You're My
parts of the
Alien.
song.
So Foreign, that was kind of playing onto one of my favorite songs, E.T. by Katy Perry. I was like, yes, she says that. So
Ooh.
let me add that in.
Gagged alive.
So that's kind of where it came from.
Right. And then also one of the changes I made like towards the end was I added the UFO you if only to the beginning of the song. So as soon as the song hits, you hear burr, 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 and then you slowly hear you if only, which I thought was a very cool touch. I really wanted to, because that part is like, to me, is the one of the like highlights of the song, and I wanted
Mhm.
to hone in on it as much as possible. So I wanted to like, we got to hear it somewhere else. Another thing I want to talk about is the spaceships and like the sound effects. One of the things that was important to me was that the song be very atmospheric and that you felt like when I first heard the song, and I guess because whenever I think of synthwave, I immediately think of sci-fi aliens. I wanted you to feel like you were on a spaceship. I wanted you to feel like you were in an extraterrestrial kind of sphere. So you hear a lot of like towards the in the UF only part, like you hear a lot of like, which is very intentional. I wanted you to feel like all that.
Love that.
Yes, and
Especially
that.
the attacked by aliens part.
Oh my God! Yes, we have to. We have to talk about that. I
Yes.
think I ad libbed that. I don't think I like sat down and like thought about it very hard. I just was like, okay, the aliens have caught us. They tricked us. Okay, they tricked BriJon X Dru into coming on this spaceship. We've been abducted by aliens. Aliens, we've been abducted by aliens. If there's anyone that can hear us, please send help. And so, yeah. And then I also did some pitch stuff with it where like it kind of sounds like it's like it goes kind of up a little bit, like the pitch goes up of like aliens, like all that. Oh yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Yes, and even I don't know, like I remember bringing this up, but even like during the UF only part, like when we're both harmonizing, you could kind of hear our pitches kind of changing as if we were changing into aliens in a certain way.
Yes.
And then that was like the perfect transition for when that part comes in. So I thought that was very cool.
I want to talk about vocally approaching the song. I am somebody who I can kind of sing. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Kinda?
I'm okay. But one thing about how I wanted to vocally approach this song, and Dru, you can speak to it, and Jojo, you can also give your opinion on this as well. I have a more natural, a way that I naturally approach singing. I think it's very influenced by, like, I grew up listening to gospel, R&B, so I vocally approach things usually with that mindset. But with this song, I cut out the runs. I don't think I think there's like maybe an ad lib where I do but I didn't do any runs. I kept the vibrato to a minimum. I very much went very pop of like, you take me to, very nasally. You take me to another level. You're nothing, very nasally, and I wanted to keep it very pop forward. For you, Dru, how did you vocally approach the song?
Yeah, so I like to think I'm a very dynamic singer. I could do many different things with my voice in terms of the sound. So with this, I was like, we're in space. I want it to be as airy as possible. I want my voice to feel as if, it's kind of the wind. Or like, I don't know if there's wind in space, but just like kind of the atmosphere in space.
Yeah.
And just feel very light because, we're talking about flying, we're talking about being in orbit. I want it to kind of give that vibe. Yeah. So definitely like a deeper, darker tone wasn't the vibe for this song. It definitely had to be like light, airy, very gliding with you.
That's interesting because I feel like for the most part, I can sing airy sometimes, but I feel like how I approach, like I kind of cut the air. Like when I listen to the whatchamacallit, just the acapella of me singing, I don't hear
To another level.
a lot of
You're
air.
nothing like these other people.
It's just very much straight toned. You take me to another level. Very like that. That's interesting that we had different.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like your voice, like, or your tone singing that way was very good to introduce the song. It gave like, we're starting, like, pay attention.
Pay attention.
So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We could talk about part distribution. So one of the things, because I'm usually the one that divides the parts. One of the things that I think is important is like I want like everybody to have like equal as much as possible, but I also know like, okay, I know what my voice can do, and I also know what Dru's voice can do, and so I want to give each part have a purpose. And when Dru is singing, she's singing this part because I know that she can do it. I know she can nail it. Like for example, with the chorus, I initially had in mind that I was gonna sing one part of the chorus and she was gonna sing another part. But I was like, you know what? The girls need to hear Dru. The girls need to hear Dru because Dru, you actually have like an amazing voice, and for how good your voice is, I need to be hearing you like 24/7, 365.
365, yo.
Yeah.
24/7 365. 24/7 365. 24.
Every hour. I need to be hearing you all the time. And so I think with this song, I really wanted to spotlight Dru as much as I possibly could, which is why she sings the entirety of the chorus. Because not only do I think she nails it, but I think like in the beginning, I was like, I don't know that I doubted Dru's ability, but I was like, is she going to deliver how I need her to deliver if she sings the entire chorus? Because the chorus is the meat and potatoes of the song. You got to be able to nail it. Everything else can kind of be like, but the chorus has to be great. And when she sent in the chorus. I think the first time I asked her to re-record it, and when she re-recorded it, I'm like, oh, I have no notes. You ate this. You did what you needed to do.
I would say I personally was thinking like I would say obviously you're always your toughest critic. But I would say I have a lot of imposter syndrome with singing. So it definitely took like a lot of tries to sing
Mm-hmm.
the chorus and like specifically get it how I want it.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially my singing background mainly just comes from theater, so I'm not like used to hearing myself back. I'm just kind of used to like singing it in front of an audience, moving on to the next show.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to actually recording a song, it's like you have to be so critical of like literally every note or every sound that just comes out of your mouth. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Ooh, I didn't like exactly how I ended this, like how I said this word or like how I sang this part." So it's like very just nitpicky. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember like my hardest part was actually with my vibrato, like recording the first part of the first verse. I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, OMG, I'm adding too much. I need to like add a little bit less. It was just kind of like messing with the levels and things like that. But I would say I definitely appreciate or enjoy doing this because I feel as if it makes you grow as a singer and be more aware of your voice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I think, um, to your point of, I've never done theater, but I think it's one thing when you kind of sing and you do what you do and you leave it there and you go on to the next, but going in and having to record things and re-listen to them, and I think it's easier to indicate flaws. Like there are definitely several
Yeah.
times where I think with this song I've had to like I'll go in and I might record something and I'm like, okay, that sounds fine. I'll go back and listen to it and I'm like, oh, that's pitchy. But if you like
Hmm.
record something, like if you do like something like theater, you do what you do, you leave it there and you're on to the next. But with this, it's
Yeah.
you're constantly listening to it back and you can hear the imperfections and everything. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Can we talk about the future of BXD?
We can talk about the future.
Yeah.
Um
One-
well, we have stuff in the vault. We definitely have stuff in the
Yeah.
vault. I think for me, like one of the things that I think a lot about when it comes to like putting new stuff out with Dru, like with BriJon X Dru as a whatever. One of the biggest things is like musical integrity the word? Like having a consistent sound or having a
Hmm.
recognizable like okay, boom, there it is. And so I think for me, I want to continue to dive into like what is BriJon X Dru? What makes the both of us when we both make a song?
Hmm.
What makes that its own thing versus it being like just a song in itself. I don't want it to feel like a duet or anything like that. I want it to feel like,
Yeah.
oh, we are both a part of this and we have our own ecosystem that our music lives in. And so, yeah, we have stuff in the vault though. Like if we really wanted to like put something out, like we actually like
Hmm.
could tomorrow, like yesterday. What do you think, Drew?
Yeah. I think so as well. I definitely think there's some things I do have to go back and re-record,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, no. There's
It's the way my bitch ass
definitely
is frozen on this
lots of
damn
things
video.
up in there.
Ciao. Okay. Sorry,
Is
what were you saying,
anybody
Drew?
looking to whiten their teeth? Are we still recording?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. I
We can talk
I
about that
well to your
afterwards.
point,
edit
I
that out.
am looking to whiten my teeth like
Well, I'm gonna
soonish.
send you something. It's actually really good.
What
I've
is
been
it?
using it for only 3 days.
Okay, just
It's
send me.
whitening strips, but they're like for sensitive teeth, so like your teeth won't get like they won't hurt or anything.
Because my teeth are a bit sensitive, so yeah.
Okay,
I
I'll
will
send
look into that once we are done
it.
recording. Do you need that? Anyways.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah.
I wanna say this song was really fun to make. As I said in the beginning,
Mhm.
working congruently with people in this way. Like, I really wish I recorded it and that like people could see just how magical it was. How one person chimed in and one person pitched in, and everybody was in their own cubicle working on the song that night in their own way or doing something, recording, writing lyrics. And I think that that's a moment that was extremely inspiring to me because I'm so used to writing music by myself or creating by myself,
Mhm.
and to be able to do that alongside other people, especially with people that like I have so much love and respect for, like you two, was very, very
Mhm.
special to do. So I'm grateful for that experience. And thank you to everybody who listened to UFO. I think it's definitely
Uh,
the most, what's the word I would use? I think that this is, I put the most all in that I ever have put into a song, writing this and being a part of this and doing all of this. So I'm very proud of the end product. What are
yes,
y'all's
me
final
too.
words?
I would say I love the process. I
Mhm.
love the outcome. This was so fun, and I honestly can't wait to replicate it and like do more in the future.
What are your final
I'm gonna
words?
agree. Yeah, no, the writing process has always been fun. Using on the writer's side, but I'm glad to write another one time
Hmm.
for time and get my time in the booth.
Thank you for watching. Love sharing the creative process,
Bye.
and
Love one another.
love
Yeah.
love one another. Good night. Bye bye.